Yes, yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Professor Peter Kagwanja, a very well-known Ruto critic, caused a lot of political heat online today. Taking to his Twitter handle, this is what the professor had to say. Hustler paradox. Only in Africa will thieves be regrouping to loot again, and the youth whose future is being stolen will be celebrating it. Nobel Prize winner Professor Akinwande Oluwole Babatunde Soyinka. So Professor Peter Kagwanja is just quoting some words of wisdom from Professor Babatunde Soyinka, a Nobel laureate. Yes. So this tweet of today, a majority or a good portion of Kenyans felt that Professor Peter Kagwanja was actually attacking William Ruto. Or this tweet was directly or indirectly meant for William Ruto. So in this video right now, I want us to dissect this post and see whether it has some relevance to William Ruto. Because we all know that William Ruto is among the top politicians who are most likely even can be president next year. So I want us to really dissect this post. Then we look at William Ruto since 2013, for the time he has been in government. Does this post really befits William Ruto? That's our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Straight away to our discussion. Yes. And before maybe I talk about this topic, let me just say that in Africa, it's widely believed that in Africa, we are still developing countries because of bad leadership. An African leader, when elected to office, instead of serving the masses, they use the office to enrich themselves. So that's also largely why in Africa, most of the countries are still developing. So, what does this post show about William Ruto? And I want us to look at William Ruto as a person, the people who mile around William Ruto, and William Ruto's agenda for the masses. Because from this quote, the professor is saying, and the youth whose future is being stolen will be celebrating it. So I want us to look at William Ruto through those three dimensions. William Ruto himself and his character, the people miling around him, and his agenda for the youth. Just to start with William Ruto. The only way we can see William Ruto's character properly is since 2013, when he has been in government. In fact, as from 2013, let me say, in the first 5 years when they came to power in 2013, William Ruto was acting more or less as a co-president. He had the powers. In fact, it's also widely believed, and you will also agree with me, that in 2013, William Ruto appointed half of the cabinet. So he had the powers to formulate policies that could actually lift the livelihood of the lowly in the society. But what did William Ruto do? In fact, Kenyans can remember William Ruto very well from 2013. The only things that Kenyans can remember William Ruto for the time he was in government as from 2013, Kenyans can remember the promises of the stadium. Kenyans can remember that very well. Kenyans can remember the hustlers jet, the laptop promises, the Aror and the Kimarwel, the Jacob Jumas, and such kind of things. From where I sit without taking sides, I'm not seeing anything that Kenyans of goodwill, Kenyans who actually stand for the truth, I'm not seeing anything that William Ruto can be remembered for the time he has served in government. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. And then again, if you look at the characters who are miling around William Ruto, we have the Rashid Echeza, and we all know about the arms scandal. We know about Rashid Echeza. We all know about recently Museveni now, Arun Ayadin, and so many queer characters who are just miling around this man, William Ruto. And you know a person's character by the type of friends he keeps. So on this again, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto appears as somebody who attracts bad characters. He attracts people of questionable characters. Can that person be a good leader? Because assuming he gets power or is elected into office, I know the decision that he will be making largely, some of these people will have influence on the kind of decisions he makes. We'll have the likes of Oscar Sudi, Rashid Echesa, really influencing maybe the direction the government will take. So that also again exposes William Ruto as a typical African leader, somebody who's not worth the leadership. A leader who can bring change, proper change, ladies and gentlemen, must be a leader of integrity, both himself and the kind of people he keeps around him. And then also if you look at William Ruto's agenda for the youth, because now this Soyinka, the professor, is saying that to loot again, and the youths whose future is being stolen will be celebrating. I think this is prophetic. Because as of now, Ruto's agenda appears to be giving our youths some kind of token. And he has used wheelbarrow in several occasions. You find he's giving our youths wheelbarrows. And they are celebrating. They are celebrating and really saying how philanthropic he is. But the truth of the matter is that William Ruto is actually condemning this our youth to hard labor for the rest of their lives. He's condemning them to hard labor. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard for somebody to be given a wheelbarrow. In fact, most likely, if that person tries in the next 10 years or even 20 years, he might have just moved from that wheelbarrow to a mkokoteni. The world is changing. The society is changing. We need new ideas of maybe improving our lives. You cannot use old ideas to maybe face the future. Most likely there is going to be a problem. So I strongly believe that looking at these three things, William Ruto as a person, the kind of friends he keeps, and his agenda for the youth, then it proves that William Ruto actually, and I'm not saying this because I hate William Ruto, I'm just trying to state facts as they are. William Ruto is a bad African leader, a typical African leader. A typical African leader. Because he himself has been implicated in numerous and several corruption allegations that is also in the public domain. The kind of people he keeps around him, the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, these are all people who have been also implicated in corruption allegations and scandals. And his agenda for the youth, you see, is coming with the wheelbarrows, the bottom-up kind of economics. These are things William Ruto himself, I strongly believe he does not mean them, and maybe he does not understand what he's trying to say. I strongly believe he does not believe in them, or he does not understand what he's trying to talk about, the bottom-ups. Yes. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that those three things really shows clearly that William Ruto is actually a bad African leader. And I support this quote by Babatunde Soyinka. And on this today, I agree with Professor Peter Kagwanja that only in Africa will thieves be regrouping to loot again, and the youth whose future is being stolen will be celebrating it. I agree with that quote by Babatunde Soyinka, the professor. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there for today. If you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. To our fans watching us outside of Kenya, drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Tamu.